We shall see about Laplace transform in this session. What is the use of Laplace transform? Laplace transform is used to transform a time domain signal into a complex frequency domain signal. So Laplace transform is useful to transform any waveform or any signal, time domain signal, to a complex frequency domain representation. The complex frequency domain is also known as Laplacian domain, Laplace domain, or it is called in the name of S domain. S domain. So the transformation was first proposed by Laplace. Almost it was introduced in the year of 1780, and later it was adopted for various engineering applications because it is capable of solving differential equations. So the usefulness of Laplace transform is stated like this: it is very useful for solving differential equations. Particularly in signals and systems, the Laplace transform is useful to transform a time domain system representation into S domain system representation. Time domain system representation. For example, h of t denotes the impulse response of a system. Through Laplace transform, it is possible for me to transform it into the corresponding frequency, complex frequency domain representation. Time domain equation governing the system will be in the form of differential equations, while transforming the system using the differential equations representations into S domain, the differential equations will all be transformed into simple algebraic equations. Normally, differential equations which are available in the time domain to represent a system will all be transformed into the complex frequency domain representation that is called in the name of Laplace domain representation, algebraic equations. Differential equations will become algebraic equations. The analysis of systems will be much easier in the S domain. Analysis will be much easier in the S domain. In the complex S domain. So let me introduce the basics behind it. Before moving further, I just want to say what is called as S-plane representation. What is called as S-plane? Or let me say what is meant by complex frequency plane. Complex frequency plane. A complex frequency is represented as S, denoted as S. It will have a real part and an imaginary part. Sigma plus j omega. Sigma denotes real part of the complex frequency domain, real part of S, and you can find out that the omega represents imaginary part of the complex notation S. You can view it as if it is a point on a complex domain like this. There you can find out j omega is in the y-axis, is taken along y-axis, minus sigma to plus sigma is a, so any point in this complex plane will be represented as S plus or sigma plus j omega. Sigma and j omega, omega can take values from minus infinity to plus infinity. So it is a two-dimensional complex plane with values of sigma along the horizontal axis and omega values on the vertical axis. It is called in the name of complex frequency plane. So this is what called in the name of complex frequency plane. Complex frequency plane. Or it is called in the name of S-plane. Any point on this S-plane will be represented as a combination of sigma plus j omega. S domain is used to represent various critical frequencies. Especially information about poles and zeros of a S domain function can be understood with the help of this. It is used to study the path taken by these critical frequencies. So S plane representation is very much useful. S domain representation is very much useful to represent various critical frequency representations. Critical frequencies such as poles and zeros of S domain function. Right? When some parameters of the systems are varied, what would happen for the variations, especially poles and zeros, can be analyzed with the help of this. When, I'll write it here, when some parameters of the function are varied, you can find out the effect of these variations on poles and zeros with the help of this domain representation. Let me introduce the Laplace transform now. It is denoted by x of s. Laplace transform of any continuous time domain representation x of t. Continuous time domain signal is represented as x of t. For example, x of t for all values of t. So symbolically x of s is represented as Laplace transform of x of t, whereas it can be represented as using the formula mathematical expression. Integral varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of t into e power minus st dt. Laplace transform of any continuous time domain signal x of t can be obtained with the help of the projection of x of t over e power minus st and taking the integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. If x of t is defined for all values of t, then there is a possibility to have this definition over minus infinity to plus infinity. If it is defined from minus infinity to plus infinity, then there is a meaning of using this formula from minus infinity to plus infinity x of t into e power minus st dt. If x of t is defined only for values of t greater than or equal to 0, if it is a causal signal, then x of s need not be calculated over minus infinity to plus infinity. The limits of integrations can be restricted to 0 to infinity, x of t into e power minus st dt. So the definition of Laplace transform can be obtained using any one of these two relationships. The first relationship is called in the name of bilateral transformation, because we are talking about transformation over minus infinity to plus infinity. Or minus infinity to plus infinity. Whereas the second equation tells you about unilateral transformation. Unilateral transformation. So let me introduce double-sided Laplace transform. If a signal is defined as a non-causal signal, especially from minus infinity to plus infinity, then the signal for all values of t, it is defined. For such signal, two-sided double-sided Laplace transform can be obtained with the help of Laplace transform of x of t. Double-sided Laplace transform gives x of s. If I apply inverse Laplace transform, then there must be a provision for me to obtain x of t again. So I will put it in this way. If x of t is applied as an input using Laplace transform, it is possible for me to transform it into a complex frequency domain x of s. If I apply inverse Laplace transform on x of s, I can obtain x of t. It's a general notation. So x of t to, I'll put it like this, x of t, if it is multiplied by e power minus st, and if it is integrated from minus infinity to plus infinity, I can obtain Laplace transform. This is what called as LT, Laplace transform of a signal, but it is a double-sided Laplace transform because it takes integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. If you want to obtain unilateral Laplace transform, it is sufficient to take the integration from 0 to infinity because the signal is defined only over 0 to infinity. X of t e power minus st dt. This is also called as Laplace transform of x of t. Right?